The question was, is the 10 within this side, within this equation, or the other side? Let me check. Go run. Okay, go run. Rasta. Why is it? It belongs to the right side? Bo, could you explain it to me?
ئەگەر تەماشا بکەیت لە سنوورەکان ئەو دەیە یەکسانی لەگەڵدا نیە کەواتە سربێک لە هەردووچی نیە
وانێ لەکوێ نووسراوە دەیەکەی داخل نەکردووە
لە سنوورە تەماشاکە
ئەوە لە سەر داخڵی نەکردووە
دەیەکە هەو نییە
باش ئەگەر دە بخەم گۆڕان ئەگەر دە بخەمە ئەم تیە لە جاتی ئەم تیە دەی تێ بخەم. If I plug in 10 to this T, how much I'm gonna get of V?
Just
10 times 0.6. The 10? Shush. So that means I can plug in into either side, either this side or the other side. It doesn't make any difference. So I can substitute T equal to 10 on this side. I'm going to get the same speed, or T is equal to this side. I mean, there is no T, so V is constant. So it's constant 6 all the way to the end. So T is common. Sorry. مشكلة نية يعني أو كيشانية أتواني تي داخل بكي لولا تي داخل نكي أم داخلي نكردو دتواني ليرة داخلي كي إن جالوي وداخلي نكي is the same.
أم لبرنديهم كليك لهرشي داخل نكرا.
so سير حلقات كرد بوي والله ما كدواب وام زاني خود بخود أيزان. ما بسم شيء ما بسم أويا either way. You can achieve أو أجر داخل نبي ليرة داخل نبي معناه أم خطأ لقال أم خطأ continuous نبي أجر داخل نبي ليرة يعني هنا كده أبي وكي بلاين circle داخل نبي أوكي يعني ناقات دا لدا value كي ديكا دا أو وقتها بيك وناقنا يك أو خطأ لقال أو خطأ بيك وناقنا أم pointer وانيا Why أنا mathematically when بالله فكراني دروس تبي بابلين أجر ده داخل أمتيا بكي بابلين 0.7 درجة أو لو حالة زين شيلة أم خطأ سلوبكي ده جوري وايلي يعني بابلين نختبر زبي أو هايلي يعني ليروبو إيرابي أو ها أوكي إن جاء أمل يرو دس في أكا للشاشو Okay, لو حالته أقرب واي بس واني أما. Okay. Anyway, so we've plotted. We successfully plotted V versus T. So to plot A versus T, all what you need is to differentiate, because the definition of A is equal to what? Change of velocity with respect to time. So we differentiate V with respect to T. So if I differentiate this equation, this is my first equation, and this would be the second one. So I have two equations. So for this domain from 0 to 10, okay, I will have what? If I differentiate V with respect to T, what I'm going to get? A is equal to what? Is equal to?
0.6.
0.6. 0.6, exactly. So this would be my first equation for A, okay? For this domain, from 0 to 10. How about this? V, when I differentiate V with respect to T, what I'm going to get?
0.
0, exactly. So the second value for A would be equal to 0, right? 0. Okay, so to plot this, I have a constant A, 0.6, which is positive. So I'm going to draw a positive line. I mean, on the positive side, okay, from here to here, 0.6, and then all of a sudden it goes down to 0 here to here, right? So let me check the, sorry. You see? So 0.6 all the way to here, okay? And then when you make use of the second equation, it jumps into 0 from here to here, okay? Is it clear? Any question on this example? If you have a question, let me know. If not, we go.
والله استاذ ابو بكر دوباره كيوتي نقشتم.
Who are you now?
محمد عزيز.
Hamad Aziz. Okay. Amayan, دوباره كمو.
او هاوكي شيء ايد كدروس كرت اجا دوباره كيو بكورتي.
Okay, Bakurti, what we did just now, we've got the definition of A. Definition H here, you differentiate V with respect to time. One year, Anna. Anna. Okay, once you differentiate V with respect to time, this is the equation that you need to differentiate. So differentiate this equation. What you're going to get? 0.6. Okay?
Okay.
So you have 0.6 from 0 to where? To 10. So that would be your acceleration from 0 to 10. Okay? Then from 10 to 30, what you're going to get? You're going to get this equation would represent the domain from 10 to 30. Okay? So from 10 to 30, if you plug in, if you differentiate the second equation of V, which is V, if you differentiate it, there is no T, so you're going to get 0. If you differentiate V with respect to T, you differentiate V with respect to T, V with respect to T. Do you have any T on this equation? In this equation, do you have any T? No T. So you're going to get what? You're going to get 0. So that means the value is constant, but is equal to 0. So the acceleration is equal to 0. This is the acceleration. This axis is the acceleration. So from here to here, the acceleration is 0. From 10, when time is equal to 10, up to 30, when it is equal to 30, all the way. It's constant. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, if you have no question, we move to the next. Yes, who is this? Best now with below patient. Shajin?
بله شاجين.
Bale.
ما مستابه بوره لويتي نجيشتم ده لقال كام حسابك لقال هاكل شيء كم يندوم.
شي كم؟
تركي ده تي اكسانه بدا.
تي اكسانه بدا. اساليرا اما ايكا with 1.6 يعني is constant. ليرا وتا اغاتا ده is constant. ها 0.6. Based on the second equation, صفرة ييتا إيرا jump أكا ونيا jump يكردوها jump ونيا أو jump يكردوها بيكنو ساون نا jump يكردوها لم point
آخر
بالي
ممسا هم لا في لوتي لقال أي لوتي
بالي
هردو كان ما بستم لوي كتي لقال إس يكسانة 0.6 تواندو يعني ششتي كم سي بكارده هندري
خوي چونکە بە هین نەیداوە یعنی ستا لە پرسیارەکە ئەگە سێر بکەین زین بچینەوە پرسیارکوانی ئەگە سێر بکەین دۆمینەکە لە سفرەوە بۆ سیاوە وانە؟
بەڵێ
باش دیاوێتی لە سفرەوە بۆ دە بۆ ئەم هاوکێشەیە وچێتی؟ نەیوتووە بەس پۆینتێکی داوە ئەلێرە ئەوها خەتێکی داناوە نچێتی دە معنای ئەوە لێرەوە تاکو ئەگاتە دە ئەم هاوکێشەیە ئەپلیکەبڵ وانە لە دەوە یعنی با بڵین 10.1 کاکاتە هەر نزیکی دەیە وانە 10.1 وانە؟
بەڵێ
هەر ئەو هاوکێشەی دوو هەمیەتە ناوخەت ئۆکەی؟ یعنی نەیوتووە ئەم دەیە هی ئەو هاوکێشەیە ئەم دەیە هی ئەو هاوکێشەیە ئەو دەیە ڕەبتی ئەم هاوکێشەی بەو هاوکێشەی کردووە ئێستا لێرە ڕەبتە بەڵام لێرەوە لە خوارەوە ئەوەی ئەیەکە یەک تا دە اگر لسر ام هاوکشه بروی 0.6 لده وایه نه اگر لسر هاوکشه یکم بروین acceleration is equal to 0.6 كتايمة كدية وانيا كتايمة لدا برو سروا أروا ل 0.6 أبيت الصفر لدا برو سروا بلام لدا برو خواروا دبيت 0.6 تيجيشتي
بله يعني دا تواني لقل هاكو شيء كم يدابنين
دا لقل هردو كيتي أجا دا برو سروا بي لقل هاو كشي دوهما أجا دا برو خواروا بي لقل هاو كشي يكما
بله تو دست خوش مامستا
Okay, if no question, we move to the second question, if you have no question to ask. The second question, what we have, the car in figure 12.14. This is a car, starts from rest and travels along a straight track, such that it accelerates at 10 meters second square. So we have the acceleration is equal to this value, okay? And then decelerates at 2 meter per second. So the graph is given, or the plot is given, A versus T. So the plot is like at rest, it starts from rest, so from when the velocity is 0, but we have an acceleration equal to 10, then it goes all the way, then all of a sudden it decelerates to 2. Okay, decelerates negative. We have a negative sign when it decelerates. We have positive sign when it's acceleration, okay? When it accelerates. So 10, it goes, all of a sudden it goes to 2, negative 2. And then it goes, then decelerates at 2, then it decelerates at 2, all the way. There is no time given. So all the way to, I don't know, no time given. So let us see what the question is asking for. Draw the VT and ST graph and determine the T prime needed to stop the car. How far has the car traveled? Determine T prime needed to stop. How far the car has traveled. Okay. So now we have two things, we have one given thing. We have A versus T as a graph, A versus T. Okay. And then the car starts to decelerate somewhere when the time is equal to 10. It decelerates, all of a sudden it goes to -2. And then it keeps on decelerating, it keeps on at a constant rate, it decelerates until it stops. So the question is asking you to determine, to draw V sub T and S sub T, and afterwards determine the time needed for the car to stop. So what is the time? How much of time the car does need to stop, okay? And how far the car has traveled. So how far from here to here, I mean, within this time period, how far the car has gone, okay? So what we need to now to do is to plot V sub T. If you have A sub T, do we need to differentiate or get the integration of A sub T in order to get V sub T?
Integrate.
Integrate. Who was this? Kebu.
Abdullah.
Abdullah. Why do we integrate? Why don't you differentiate?
لبرای مامۆستا بیتەواوکاری وەرگریە تاکو تاودانی بکەیە خێرایی.
Because definition of A is what?
dp یەکسانە بە A dt.
Change of velocity with respect to time is equal to acceleration. Right?
Yes.
So we have a differential equation. So to solve this differential equation, to get V, if the V is in a differential form, we need to get the integral of that differential equation to get V. That's why we get the integration, or we get the integral. Okay? Because we have a differential equation. Yani A is equal to change of velocity with respect to time. So if I differentiate, it doesn't work. If I differentiate this, it would give me the second order differentiation of v with respect to t. وانيا اگر دو جار differentiate بكم اما دبيتا وكي او هابلين second order of v with respect to time t square. وانيا اگر دوباره differentiate بكم. So in order to get v, I wouldn't be able to get v out of this. اما v pianada وانيا the
بەڵێ
اما v man pianada. Lebar awa, we get the integral of this. We get the integral of this. So that means we get the integral of a. Okay, we get the integral of a. That's why we get the integration. We make use of the integration. Okay, good. So if I have the acceleration is constant and I get the integral for something that is constant, what I'm gonna get? I'm gonna get dv over dt is equal to 10. Okay, dv over dt is equal to 10. From 0 a time, this would be this side would be for the velocity side, and the domain for the time side. Okay, we have velocity and time. So the velocity, it says the car starts from rest. Rest ebinin, yani, what does it mean? The car starts.
zero.
Yeah, v is
Time
equal
is
to 0. So we have the initial condition for the velocity and time. Both of them is equal to 0. Okay, both of them